Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Judit, and I'm going to present to you a quick game from the FIDE World Blitz Championship, which was held earlier this month in Dubai. And of course, as most people know, Magnus Carlsen was the winner of both the Rapid and the Blitz, so he's now holding the triple crown, if you will. Classical World Champion, Rapid World Champion, and Blitz World Champion. How about that? But this game that we're going to look at is the white pieces Shahryar Mamedyarov, and the black pieces Judit Polgar, the chess queen. But not her best day at the office, and quite an impressive win here by Mamedyarov. He played pawn to d4 on first move. He went knight f6, and now bishop g5. And this opening is called the Trompowski, and it's not the most common opening for white, but well known by players who want to kind of avoid theory, get non-standard positions. So it's right up the alley of Mamedyarov's playing style. Plus, I mean, people don't always go for the most sharp or mainline openings in blitz chess. So Polgar went knight e4. There are many options here. d5 is one option, c5. But he went with the old knight e4. Bishop went back to h4. And now pawn to d5. First when this was played, black used to always go g5 here, followed by f3. Some crazy line, I remember. People used to play something like this. I haven't seen that around for a long time. Instead, Judit went on d5, staking a claim in the center. And Mamedyarov pushed the knight back with pawn to f3. It's probably fine to put on f6. Okay, black gets double pawns, but losing the black squared bishop is perhaps not ideal for white, having played f3. But she went knight d6, and here, okay, the knight covers an extra square on c4. So in some cases it will stop a c4 pawn push, and still keeps an eye on e4. Mamedyarov went knight to c3. Here he wants to set up the e4 pawn push in the center. Also, he's attacking the pawn on d5. So he did play c6, defending the pawn. Now Mamedyarov pushed in the center, pawn to e4. And here Judit went queen b6. Abandoning the d5 pawn, but attacking the b2 pawn. However, Mamedyarov didn't mind. Of course, you could protect the pawn here with something like rook b1, but in general, chess players don't like to make such a move with the rook b1. It's passive, it loses the option of castling queenside. And, the rook is a strong piece. You don't want it defending a pawn in general. But, probably nothing wrong with that move per se. However, he just played queen d2, giving up a pawn on b2. She did not accept the pawn, she played e6, fortifying her d5 pawn. But, I mean, if she takes on b2, okay, white gives up a pawn, but you probably win right back with pawn takes d5. And if she takes something like this for black, is very dangerous. It's hard to protect the c7 square. When the queen can't come back, because knight comes to a6. I'm just going to chop it off here with bishop. So, something like this just looks very dangerous for black. And white is only sacrificing one pawn for this. And the king has to be stuck in the center, so not something you want to do in a blitz game where you have to find accurate defense in a short amount of time. So e6, a more solid option. Now Mamedyarov castled, quick development, and now Judit took on e4. D takes e4, f takes e4. and queen a5. Okay, having already moved the knight a couple of times, now she is moving the queen a second time. And it turns out it's difficult if you break opening principles, no matter what level you're playing at. Of course, Judit knows these principles, but I'm guessing queen a5 was played with some sort of pawn push in mind, b5, b4, or something like that. Here, however, Mamedyarov set up a cunning trap. He played king to b1, and long story short, Polgar fell right into the trap as he played knight d7. And now, if you haven't seen this game, I suggest you pause the video and figure out what strong move White played here that forced immediate resignation. Assuming you have paused and you came back, the point of king b1 was to play knight d5. Here Polgar resigned. Of course the queen is attacked, and okay, if you take the knight, then okay, you can drop a queen. But if you take on d2, now the point of course is there's no check, that's why you play king b1. Now knight c7 is just a wonderful checkmate. You know, the bishop is it's a tricky piece. It controls the diagonal from far away, and here the king is just completely boxed in. And turns out there's just no way to keep the queen and protect c7. The knight is covering these squares, and here the bishop is covering e8. So where does the queen go? You can't keep control over c7, and if you can't do that, then knight c7 will be checkmate. So a nice little move, a nice little miniature by Mamedyarov, but a game that Polgar will want to forget as soon as possible. But, you know, this happens in Blitz to the best of us. So I hope you enjoyed this little game, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.